And we're back in the new mini expansion, just got released like yesterday. And we are here for our first video for the mini expansion. And of course, as is the standard ritual for us here on this channel, I guess, we start with a sword video. So this is the first deck we'll be playing today. So this is Evo Sword. Of course, here to make full use of the new legendary, we got Nahtnaught, which is basically, she does a lot of things, but we'll see more of what she does in the game, I guess, if you don't really know what she does. So, the goal for this deck is just, I mean, it's built around the evolving, of course, so that's basically how it works. Unfortunately, we don't really have necessarily a very reliable way to kill opponents, unlike most decks which can output a lot of damage in the late game. We sort of have to plan out how we get damage for this deck, so it can be a bit difficult. And it's obviously not a super strong deck or anything, but it's actually kind of fun to play. So, let's explain a bit about the list. So for my list that we're running here, we are playing Precious Memories. Because Nahtnaught requires so many evos, I think Precious Memories is just necessary to try and cheese evos as early as possible. Of course, you can still win games without it, but it definitely increases your chances a lot if you're running a way to evolve it before the evil turns. So that's why we're also running Counter Solari Adept is for that, and then we're running Dashing Duelist also gets Ambush, so we can use the evolve that. And of course, there's also Liot. So we have a decent amount of targets for our Precious Memory. So we're running that, and then we are running Day as well as another way to get evos, even though she only cheeses evos if you're going first. Going second, she doesn't work. So. But we do run Day as well, and then we run one Wise as backup. This deck doesn't really try to win with Wise, although you can win with Wise once in a while, but mostly we're trying to win with damage, so that's what we're doing. So this deck has two main ways to win and one extra win condition, I guess. The main way to win, number one, is just aggro. To that end, we are running a bunch of things with ambush, right? So the way it works is you play ambush, you evolve it, and then you start punching your opponent's face early. You manage to cheese early evos like Counter Solari Adept. You can use Blooming Dancer to evolve as well. And then Day, Liot, Bunny and Baron are all damage sources that you can use to try and chip your opponent down. And then sometimes you can just aggro your opponent to death. And for that game plan, you just round out your finish with Nahtnaught and just finish them off that way. So that's how the aggro game plan works, but obviously, you can't just aggro every win condition, and I mean every deck, and especially sometimes you just don't draw good enough to aggro opponents down. So, in that case, we also have our second win condition, which is definitely much harder to pull off, which is to try and set up big damage turns. So, we don't have a way to dish out big damage, so we have to set them up. That's what the ambushes are. The ambushes cards also work as that, which is you can put them on board and then you can maybe evolve them or just have them on board so they can use them to finish them off. Liot is especially good for this because he sets himself up with 3 attack and then he gives you another 3 damage with his spell as well. So Liot is particularly appealing for that. Dashing Duelist, when he gets ambushed, is also pretty good because his evo will do damage and clear wards. And then we have Day as well, which is a pretty solid one that you can set up the next turn. So your main win conditions are either aggro or you set up ambushes and then you try to finish that the next turn. Usually what you do is you set up ambushes like Liot or Dashing Duelist or Day, and then on the next turn you use Nahtnaught, and in conjunction with Nahtnaught's damage you finish them off with a bunch of other things. You can also hold on to things like Liot's spell or Day's token follower here just to increase your damage output and try to go for an OTK. But yeah, that's the main 2 ways you finish your opponent with this deck. You have a few alternative win cons that can sometimes come up. One is Wise. Some decks you just can't answer Wise and you get Wise out, you just win. But he's not reliable, so we only run 1 copy. And then the other one is if your opponent somehow has an empty board, you can just use Nahtnaught to board lock them, and if you successfully board lock them with Nahtnaught, you can basically kill them the next turn because you have her full 10 damage effect as in addition to her dealing 7 damage as herself. So yeah, those are the main ways you win the game. So let's jump into some games now. So our first game for today, we are up against Shadow and we are going first here. It seems that Last Words is the new hot deck around town, so I guess we probably expect that. For the mulligan, I usually just hard search for Precious Memories. I also keep Day when going first. But other than that, I just hard search for Precious Memories because it's such a valuable card and there's no good way to draw it early. If you have Precious Memories in hand, you can keep ambushes like Counter Solari Adept. Dashing Duelist only if it's in a matchup that gets ambush. So here we don't really need Wise in this matchup. It's not useful against them when they have so much copies of Alice anyway, so we just get rid of the Wise here, try to draw more into our deck. We do get ambush against Shadows, so we'll just go ahead and play Dashing Duelist into Precious Memories, which will get our Evil Con going. We're pretty lucky if we can top deck like a Blooming Dancer or something, but obviously you're not always that lucky. Opponents are getting through their last words there. They have double Alice already, which is fine. Pick out the Blooming Dancer here, but actually we don't. I know, despite what I was saying just now, there's not really any reason to go Blooming Dancer here right now. So we hit Day first and then Special Investigation. If you're not used to playing with Day, you can either choose to hit with her and then play the spell to evolve her and give her ambush for next turn, or you can just play her spell straight away so that when she hits face, she draws you a card. Generally what you do depends on what your opponent's deck is. Against Shadow, they don't really have a good way to clear Day under ambush, so we can go ahead and get greedy, hit face first, and then evil her so that I can keep her alive for one more turn. And we just go ahead and buff Dashing Duelist here, go ahead and trade off and then hit Dashing Duelist into their face. There's maybe an argument for buffing Day over Dashing Duelist, but I mean, I just buffed it so I can guarantee the immediate damage. I mean, although we don't really think they can clear Day, we never know what they're running. Maybe they're running some weird thing that clears it, so yeah. So there is the Desert Wanderer here, so they are definitely getting their last word count going. They are at 6 now, which is pretty fast, I guess. That's 7. And so it's our turn, so they don't clear the Day, which is good for us. So we draw first, of course, just to make sure we have have a good grasp on all our options, I guess. Go ahead and draw here. We pick out a Warpath Fortress. We're going to play in that. Set up a Dashing Duelist for next turn. We don't really have anything else to do this turn, so we can set a Dashing Duelist here, which will be under ambush. If they can't clear, we can just evolve it to pop them in the face again, as well as clear whatever they play. And hopefully, if we're lucky, we might even get a lethal somehow. You can see here with Nahtnaught, we're at 4 evil, so by evolving Dashing Duelist, that will put us at 5, so Nahtnaught can potentially summon 3 bodies, so we'll see. Unfortunately, we do not have lethal, I don't believe. That'll be 5. Actually, I think this was lethal. Did I miss lethal? Wait, hold on. I evolved Dashing Duelist, that's 5 damage. Nahtnaught's X will be equal to 3, which means I can play Nahtnaught and then her spell she'll summon 3 bodies. I can pop 2. And then I can trade her into 1, that's 8 damage. Yeah, I had lethal here, I just missed it. Well, it's fine. So go ahead and just play the Bunny and Baron here, I guess, because I thought I didn't have lethal. You can go ahead and play the Oceanus as well, just to get evil count up for Nahtnaught next turn. We're gonna look to kill them next turn, definitely. So go ahead and chip them down here. And there's the Kagero from them, that's fine. They apple the Kagero as well, we're gonna go ahead and do that. So they pick out another Kagero here. They go ahead and finish off their own Kagero as well. And there's the Great Void Knight. If you look at their last words, they're not quite enough for Kagero's spell to deal 5 damage to my face yet, so they have to wait at least 1 turn, so that's fine for us. They go ahead and heal a bit and summon a zombie, I guess, but that's really fine. Take a bit of damage here, but then they are definitely low enough at this point where Nahtnaught can just finish them off. So go ahead and put Gerulel in the car first. And now I can go ahead and play Nahtnaught. And then a spell will pop 3 bodies, and then, well, here I maximize damage even though it's not necessary, but I kept the White Knight alive so I can trade the car off into it to get the Gerulel up. It's definitely not necessary since I had lethal anyway, but yeah, that's it for this game. So let's move on to the next one. So we're here for our next game. Our next game is against Dragon, and we are going first again. It's fine. I think generally this deck likes going second more, but since we're going first, we're going first. So go ahead and keep 1 Day and 1 Precious Memories here. Day is only really good at 1 copy. You don't really need her any more than that in the early game, so just keep 1. Precious Memories is probably the same deal. You only really need one copy. Depending on what you draw, it might come in handy, of course. But in this case, our hand is not... Based on what our hand is, there is really no logical way where both Precious Memories will come in relevant. So we go ahead and just play one. Just to draw into our deck more and just try to find something we can actually use with Precious Memories. Pick up Nahtnaught here, so we don't really need that. So at this point, Precious Memories has run its use, so we just go ahead and use it to draw. Pick up Dashing Duelist, so we played that. Unfortunately, if we had it in the other order, then we could have evolved it, but oh well. So we just, of course, just go ahead and use Day here. Special Investigation. Probably should have hit first before evolving. I don't think Dragon has a good way to clear Day here if it was ambushed, but I guess I didn't think of that. So we go ahead and play Lowly Dragon here into Irma, so pretty standard play from them. They just ramp Dragon, I guess. We go ahead and trade, we pick out our Dashing Duelist, that's fine. We go ahead and just play Liot here. There's not really anything else to do, to be honest with you, so we'll just go ahead and set up Liot here. We can try to chip some damage to their face here if Liot sticks with his ambush. And then we just go ahead and use Warpath Fortress to get another evil count in. Go ahead and trade, keep the Garrel out in case they leave it alive, we can get a damage shoot out of it, which might come in handy. And they do, for some reason, just pass here, so I guess we can use Garrel also. We'll go ahead and play the Oceanus here, just to get more evil count going. And then now Liot will auto-evolve, so we can do that. Pick another copy of his spell to set up lethal. And then we go ahead and use Evan here, just to buff something. And then we evolve the Evan here to explain why I evolved the Evan, I guess. If you see now, that puts me at 7 evils, which means that next time if I play Nahtnaught, she summons 4 bodies, and then I can play with Dashing Duelist or... well, not really. Next time Nahtnaught can summon 4 bodies for me, and then with Beyond the Veil, 2 copies, I can deal a ton of damage as well. So we go ahead and put ourselves at 7 evils just to make sure. Go ahead and play 1 copy of Beyond the Veil here, I guess, just to chip some damage. Opponent plays the Rolla here, which is fine. Good thing we buffed our Liot. I actually didn't plan this, but since we buffed our Liot, they can't hit our face. So Liot is able to protect me here. We go ahead and trade into the Liot here, which will heal them a bunch, which is fine. We go ahead and just set up Nahtnaught here. There's really nothing to do. I feel like when you reach the late game, you just spam Nahtnaught because there's not really anything else to do. We go ahead and use the Dominant Order here. Deal a bunch of damage to their face. Just apply pressure. Nahtnaught's body at 7/7 is not too bad as well. Go ahead and get a nice 10 damage in here, as well as using Garrel to chip them down a bit more, as well as pick out a damage shield on both itself and my face, even though I already have one, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Opponent finally ramps up to 10 and they play the Celestial Worm God as well, which is I guess to be expected. We go ahead and evolve it here. And I guess they trade into our Garrel here, but we just have lethal, so that's fine. So we go ahead and play a Nahtnaught again. Summon a full board for them now that we have enough evils. And then Beyond the Veil will just finish them off. So that's it for this game as well. Let's move on to the next game. So our next game is against Sword. We are going second here. As I said before, we do like going second with this deck, so this is nice. None of these are particularly useful, so we just toss all of them. And we pick up this hand, which is not bad, I guess. Not great. I mean, Dashing Duelist doesn't get ambushed in this matchup, so that's a bit of a shame, so that's fine. We draw here. We don't really want to play Counter Solari Adept. I don't think Sword has a good way to clear it, but I guess I just chose not to play. Maybe I should have played it, but who knows, really. So we go ahead and play a Dashing Duelist here to match their Dashing Duelist, I guess. And opponent plays Troya here, so they are playing neutral cards. We don't play a lot of neutrals in our deck, so that's why we're not running Troya. I guess you can if you want, but I don't really like it. Go ahead and play another Dashing Duelist here just to ward up and protect our face, and then just Counter Solari Adept. We play it now in case we need something to evolve next turn based on our hand, based on what we top deck maybe. But now we can look at something like Warpath, Garrel, and Blooming Dancer, I guess. But anyway, setting out a Counter Solari here just to see if we can cheese an Evo out of it or make a good play out of it. Maybe if I top deck another Blooming Dancer or something, it might come in handy. So let's go ahead and set the Counter Solari Adept. It's not really gonna come in handy like anywhere else anyway, so I guess it's fine. So here we definitely need to clear this board, so we start with Garelel here. We have the Warpath Fortress as well, which will evolve both the Assembly Droid and the Garelel, and then Blooming Dancer to round it off. We can make sure to clear their board here. And then we just need to get Evo count, so we do evolve the Count Solari Adept here. Getting Evo count to at least 7 is quite important, so we're still at 4 now, so we definitely need to evolve here just to try to make sure we can get our Evo count fast enough. But I think we do need to rely on Nahtnaught's healing quite a bit, considering how far behind we are in terms of health. So there's their Bunny Baron here, and they do pick up the Erica as well, which is, I guess, interesting. Pick up another Garelel, so we're definitely just gonna use that. And then go ahead and use the Oceanus here, pick up the spell to heal as well. And then we set out Counter Solari Adept just as a bit of chip damage, I guess. I believe I don't I do evolve the Counter Solari Adept here. I think there's an argument for not doing it, but I guess I just evolved it. It puts it out of range of Dashing Duelist, I guess is probably what I was thinking. They do play Snow as well, which is interesting. I guess maybe they're playing Charlemagne, a Charlemagne build, but not sure. I don't really feel like Charlemagne is worth running without Alice in the game, so I don't really run Charlemagne anymore. So there's their Liot. They're gonna go ahead and evolve here and clear my board with Liot spell, which is good for me because they don't use it for damage. And then we don't really have anything else to do here, so we just go ahead and play Nahtnaught here. Then we go ahead and use the Dominant Order here just to clear most of their followers. And then the Snow comes out and it'll evolve, so we're gonna have to get rid of the Snow here, so we trade off. We just pass because there's nothing to do. At this moment we are looking at just triple Nahtnaught, just spam it. It's probably what we're gonna be doing this game. Colin goes ahead and heals, they set up their Counter Solari Adepts here. So this is an interesting spot. They have 7 damage on board. So technically what I could do here is I can do something like play Day, hit face, play her spell, play second Day, hit face, then manual evolve the second Day and set up 2 ambushes, which will probably guarantee me to kill them next turn. But if they have 2 copies of the Precious Memories in hand, they can evolve 2 of these and just kill me. Other than that though, they will have been board locked, so it's a bit of a difficult situation. I didn't notice that plan. I would have probably went with double Day if I had noticed that plan, but I didn't notice it here, so yeah. We'll just go ahead and play a second Nahtnaught here and just get rid of the ambushes to make sure that we don't have those going to my face. Anyway, we can't target anything else, I guess. We go ahead and get some healing out of the Firm Henchman there. But now whips out the Erica, that's fine. The Killer Instincts as well. And then a Barding Baron as well. And then Elena, I guess they discard the Desperado shot to heal up, and then they trade off the Erica. We hit nice in the face, that's fine, but we can finish them with our 3rd Nahtnaught, so that's fine. Go ahead and get rid of the Killer Instincts first with Deep Day. And now we can just slam the 3rd Nahtnaught, and now they are dead, so that's it for this game. The game quality this video wasn't too great, so I have one more game, I guess. So last game for today, one bonus game, I guess. We're going first here. It's a pretty short game, so I thought I'd just sneak it in here as a bonus game. Do keep Precious Memories, and since Dashing Duelist does get ambush in this matchup, we can go ahead and just keep Dashing Duelist as well to go with the Precious Memories, and that's fine. Nothing to do here, so we just pass. Nothing really to do here as well, so we just pass. We could play Dashing Duelist if we wanted, but I thought saving it for Evo 10 is probably better. So we go ahead and play Dashing Duelist here, we draw a card, pick up the Roland, that's fine. And then just go ahead and set out an Evolve Dashing Duelist on board. Have Wise as well, so we can definitely look towards Wise. Against Haven, Wise is quite effective, so we can definitely look towards the Wise here. And then since we have an Evil Follower on board, we can go ahead and play Blooming Dancer here. And then we set up Dashing Duelist for next turn. I don't think they have a good way to... Well, they do have ways to clear it, but... I guess hopefully they can't clear the Dashing Duelist here is the plan as I set it up. There's the Limonia, they're gonna go ahead and evolve their Limonia here. And then a Blooming Dancer will come down as well, which will clear my dashing duelist, but that's fine. If we look at our Evo count, we're still at 2, which is a bit slow. That's fine. We got Warpath Fortress. We evolve Dashing Duelist first to clear the Concordia so they don't get the healing. Let me go ahead and just set up Day here. Day can get a bit clunky in the late game because of how difficult it is to play her. She like takes 4 PV basically, so playing her early on is when you have time to is probably fine. Go ahead and just get the draw out of her now in case they have a way to clear it, which is not impossible. We save the Evan to help make playing wise here easier next turn. So there's their Illuvia, which is fine. They go ahead and trade into the Day, I guess, to deny us the draw. But since we are at 5 Evos here, we'll just go ahead and play the we play Evan first just to make hand space, and then we play Roland. Go ahead and get rid of the Illuvia here, and then we can set a nice Wise behind Ward. A very standard play from neutral sword back in the day, I guess. And then my opponent just concedes because they can't clear it. So yeah, that's it for this game, I guess. So those are the games I have for you today. Obviously, we're still in a bit of a honeymoon phase-ish kind of thing because I mean, we just got the mini, so we're still testing things out. So this is how I feel Evo Sword works right now, I guess. I think this deck is actually pretty fine. It's obviously not super strong or anything. Lacks the explosive power and or the inevitability of like the usual top meta deck, so it's probably not gonna be anywhere near the top, but I mean it's a pretty fun deck, and if you want to play Nahtnaught, I guess this is one way to do it. I mean if you want to try it, you can try it, I guess. It is a bit of an expensive deck, isn't it? So yeah, I guess if you want to try it, you can try it. I mean, what are you saving your vows for, right? There's no next expansion anymore, so yeah, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, see you next time. Bye bye.